Welcome to Viral Snap Episode 11. I'm Zoe Finch.
And I'm Ethan Haze. Get ready for a story that's, it's certainly got a real buzz about it.
Oh, you are not wrong, Ethan. Today we're diving into some news out of South Carolina that sounds, honestly, like it's straight out of a B movie. Workers at a site that once produced parts for nuclear bombs, get this, found a radioactive wasp nest.
Yes, you heard that right, folks. Not just any wasps, but ones with, a bit of an extra glow, shall we say. This discovery was made on July 3rd at the Savannah River site near Aiken. This place, for context, was a key player in manufacturing plutonium pits for nuclear bombs during the Cold War. Now it stores liquid nuclear waste, so quite the historical hotspot.
Absolutely. And the nest itself, it was found on a post near these massive tanks, apparently, where liquid nuclear waste is stored. What's wild is that officials confirmed the nest had a radiation level 10 times higher than what's allowed by federal regulations. I mean, 10 times, Ethan.
It's a number that definitely makes you raise an eyebrow, doesn't it? But interestingly, officials were quick to reassure everyone that it doesn't pose a danger to anyone. The workers, they sprayed the nest with insect killer, then removed it and disposed of it like radioactive waste. And here's another kicker. No wasps were actually found in the nest after all that.
Right, which is both a relief and, slightly confusing. The report stated there was no leak from the waste tanks, explaining the nest was likely radioactive due to what they called on-site legacy radioactive contamination. Basically, residual radioactivity from when the site was fully operational, decades ago.
So it wasn't like a nuclear-powered super wasp creating a hive of doom, but more of a really old, very dusty, radioactive real estate situation. Makes sense, I guess. But not everyone is totally convinced by that explanation. Tom Clements, who the executive director of the watchdog group Savannah River Site Watch, he was quoted saying, and I quote, "I'm as mad as a hornet that SRS didn't explain where the radioactive waste came from or if there's some kind of leak from the waste tanks that the public should be aware of."
That's a strong statement, and honestly, a very apt metaphor for the situation. Clements believes the report is, at best, incomplete. He points out it doesn't really detail how the contamination happened or how the wasps might have encountered it, and crucially, if there could be other radioactive nests out there, if there is a leak somewhere that they're not fully acknowledging.
And he makes a good point about the type of wasp's nest, too. Apparently, that detail could be critical because some wasps build nests out of dirt while others use different materials. Knowing that could pinpoint the exact source of the contamination, offering like a geological fingerprint, if you will, of the radioactive material. Very intellectual of the wasps to provide such clues. If only they'd stuck around.
Yeah, it's fascinating how even the natural world can hold clues to historical contamination. The Savannah River site is massive, a 310 square mile Department of Energy facility. It actually started operations in the early 1950s to produce the core components of nuclear bombs. Now it's shifted its focus to making fuel for nuclear plants and cleanup efforts.
Cleanup is definitely the key word here. This site generated over 165 million gallons of liquid nuclear waste, which through evaporation, they've managed to reduce to about 34 million gallons. Still a lot, obviously, but a significant reduction. And there are still 43 underground tanks in use, with 8 already closed. So a massive ongoing effort.
It really puts into perspective the long-term impact of these historical operations. So while officials say there's no immediate danger from this particular radioactive wasp nest, it certainly highlights the ongoing challenges and questions surrounding nuclear waste management. And it just goes to show you never know what kind of surprising discoveries are going to, surface.
Indeed, Zoe. Who knew insects could be such effective, if accidental, radiation detectors? Probably not their preferred job, but hey, someone's got to do it.
Absolutely. And that's all the buzz for this episode of Viral Snap.
Thanks for tuning in to episode 11.
We'll catch you next time with another viral topic. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.